boom, it looks like he's like powering up, like he's in his superhero stance, and then yeah, and this is the trail of like where he was like kind of being dragged. You have this kind of direction happening. Yes, so right off the bat, this is what I'm talking about. Just the depth. Like there's a foreground, and it's kind of framing him right in the middle. This is great. It makes you feel like you're in scene. Yeah, it kind of feels like those anime action lines. So, okay, let's get going. Oof, and did very intentional like shape, boom, bam, and the focus it's trying to. I can see the autofocus trying to figure out where it's gonna what to look at. Look at that, very strong hand gestures. So it's one of those things for me in animation school, and one of my professors, they would always like, I just loved the details and when people do hand gestures, because he kind of like made it a point to make sure like whenever you're doing a kind of acting scene, you have intentional hands, because this is very boring and it feels weird just to say like just to think about it, but like just from doing all like from the classes and doing work, it's just like you notice the small details of like when people are doing like fan hands on a bear claw, or like, you know, when I was like even noticing Doctor Strange, like the intentionality of the fingers, I just became, you know, really appreciative of it. Nice. Dang, nice, clever lean, like a little domino effect into that. Then, ooh, this, yeah, again, great, and boom. So this is like, this choreography is not just for the dancers and the artists, it's also for the camera person. So, and I'm guessing because I haven't seen the music video or any performance video, but I'm guessing this is the same exact camera move that they're trying to do. This essentially becomes reference for other companies. Boom, pull, because it just makes everything feel alive. Like you're very involved. Now you're not just someone watching from like say a wide, or you're not just watching like with you're not just watching a close up, but because there's a foreground, it looks like you're now peeking through of like, oh shit, I'm watching them from afar. Oh, what's he doing? Pull, nice dynamic, boom. Nice reveal here. I like the shape. It feels like a boom as he comes up. I really feel like once he does this, boom, it looks like he's like powering up. Like he's in his superhero stance, and then yeah, and this is the trail of like where he was like kind of being dragged. What? Oh, sorry. That him going in my face was very like out of nowhere. Good dynamic. Boom, reach in. Strong. I'm just, this guy right here just going through. Did he fall? No, he's just oh no, he's just like rolling through. This is, I thought he fell because he was body rolling on him. Like I was like, ah, shit, body rolled too hard. Get off me. That knee move, yeah. Oof, God. Like, see, this is where like the intentional, like he really feels like he's talking to you. And again, you're not just like, because there's so much intention, and then again, so much depth happening between the artist, between the performance and the camera. Oof, that reach. Okay, boom, crosses over. Simple movement, like a nice dynamic. Boom, over, reach. Look at this nice shape right here. So there's a lot. I like talking a lot about silhouettes. So So it is like generally this is a kind of a weird silhouette, because if you put it as a shadow, it just looks like there's a nub had sticking out of it, the top. But I love this like kind of internal silhouette with the very strong, again, hand gestures here with intention. I think this whole thing, very strong hand gestures. 7, 8. Ooh, that was a long pause. I'm just like, that was it's so dramatic. Great use of like just being on theme. Like I again, like people who, if you want to challenge yourself as a choreographer or a creator, like purposely put yourself in a, like, not a limit, give yourself a prompt in a sense. Like one of the like this one I would be like, how would a tiger dance? And this is like figuring out all the different ways and how you can do it. Or another favorite example of mine is I think Purple Kiss is zombie. Like just the many ways of how you can be a zombie just using this same hand. And essentially they're doing the same kind of prompt, but they're a different theme. 3, 4. So I'm really doing my best to look at the choreography, but the camera movement is distracting us. Yeah. Boom. I like this. Look at this very big shape right here. Very up. Boom. And then drop to the level to almost like a curtain drop, revealing the rest of the crew. And we got some like if from a different view. Ooh. You would have a nice, you have this kind of direction happening, framing him. We got a low level here, and we got some depth from the front and the back. So, and then what they did is a great job, like doing an institution of bringing it up with that, and then back down to do this reveal. Sometimes I think I should like name my shit called Dancer Over Analyzes. Love, I mean, if this is a wide, I love just like seeing the different like things happening. So there's the main one, there's like 5 different groups happening. I love the just the multiple things happening at the same time, because it just becomes, I don't know, it's fun. It helps for me. If it's not too distracting, it just helps build. It helps with the energy. It helps with the storytelling, with the choreography. Because I'm like getting the vibe of like, he's a super villain right here. I don't know what he's saying in the lyrics, but like he's going into a form here. Everyone is like under his control. Like, you know, like they have, I don't know, Vecna and his vines. Because look at that. There's a lot of happening here, but it's not, the movement isn't so distracting. Because one, he's the only one standing still while there's a lot of action, which makes him kind of the opposite of what's happening. And also the movement isn't so fast, it's going to take your attention away from him. And then again, and he's also center. Look at that framing, even though so yeah, take a look at that. See, all that, everyone else is moving, but the fact that he's center and also the opposite, not moving. Oof, yeah. Again, great. This placement right here is great of like the depth, because we got this action happening, and then we have him being the main, and it just creates a separation, because then this is the camera. Yeah, I don't know. I just like that. It makes, again, for me, it just makes me feel like I'm in it, not just like a passive observer. Damn, he's rapping while having to do all this? Jesus Christ. I like this part. This is a clever like transition and use of and use of dynamics. I didn't even catch this cut right here. Boom. Dang, they're really using that floor, man. Nice. Again, feel very involved in the scene. Nice change in the energy. Notice that like a lot of the choreography up until this point, very hard, big, intense. Like unless there's like a buildup of the scene, like you can see how they give it a different kind of movement language. Because if it's slow and chill, it's a lot of flowing, and now it's going back into the aggressive. Ooh, I like that. So what's happening right now is because again, for me, the camera movements is so distracting. We have two separate circles happening, going interweaving in and out. So visually, like this is cool, but I think I personally would appreciate this interweaving of the in and out of the circle from a tower cam view, because I could see everything. But the camera movement is getting a little distracting. 3 and 4 and this part of the choreography is fire. I love the use of jumps for a lot of the anticipation for this choreography. Boom. This is a great shape. Strong arms, boom. Grooving down. Boom. And a lot of this choreography requires a lot of that really strong execution. Da. Ba. Great. Ending pose. Even though all their arms are going out, it points in, and they're like boom, boom, boom. I have power. In terms of the execution, this is definitely the thing. Is like there's a difference of like 100%, but make it look effortless, and then there's 100% make it look like we're about to sock you in the face, and if you should be so full out that it should kind of like hurt in a sense. So there's definitely that. So loved the use of the depth and how it's like really just playing with you at the camera, just like giving it that. I love that, dude. Just like as a, I don't know, for me it gives dancing a three-dimensional feel. You know, it's already like crazy seeing the formations and seeing like being able to watch it from a, you know, from either like from an audience point of view, from a camera point of view, but but when you add things between the performer and the camera, it feels like you're in there with them, and I just love that. That's what I thoroughly enjoy. So